Hi. Are you preparing for English speaking and writing tests? If you are, welcome. You have come to the right place. Even though I am not a native speaker of English, I have got an 8.5 in IELTS speaking. And if I can do that, so can you. Today I'm going to do a mock test of IELTS speaking part 3. Afterward, I review my own responses in terms of the 4 scoring criteria. Let's get started. Well, it could be anything, ranging from, little figurines to old records, old stamps, or oil paintings, or some, beautiful plates. So it could be anything. In Japan, I have heard of someone who collects manhole covers. Manholes, underground tunnel, and there's a sewer below. Those manhole covers. Someone in Japan collects them. So, it could be anything. The kind of people who collecting things are, I imagine they are very patient, and they are ready to make unusually persistent efforts until they make their dreams come true. Because collecting things and making your collection complete, it's such a very long process. I mean, let's say you're collecting old records of British singers from the 1960s. Then, most record shops today would not have such old records. So in order to complete your collection, you might sometimes have to go to a record shop in another town or another country and search high and low in that shop for whatever record is still missing in your collection. It takes so much time. You would have to put so much energy and maybe time and money as well to your collection. And most people would just give up before their collection is complete. But people who can keep making efforts until their collection is complete, I would say their patience is commendable. Well, let's see. I don't know how I feel about those people. I mean, on a legal basis, they do have the right to collect whatever they are collecting, as long as they have money, I mean. So, they are not doing anything wrong. But I do understand how, people feel when they want to take a look at something, but it's owned by a private collector and they cannot have access to it. But we have hope. Private collectors, when they grow old, some of them might decide to donate, their items to a museum or to a school so that the public can get to see them. So, it's not that private collectors will keep their collection forever. So maybe people who want to see their collections, they just have to be patient. So we cannot criticize those collectors, I think. Okay, time to review my responses in terms of these 4 criteria. Let's start with fluency and coherence. Coherence means how much I have developed the topic. And let's take a listen to this part of my response. Collecting things and making your collection complete, it's such a very long process. I mean, let's say you're collecting old records of British singers from the 1960s. Then, most record shops today would not have such old records. So in order to complete your collection, you might sometimes have to go to a record shop in another town or another country. This is a good example of topic development. I started with an example of a collection, like let's say you collect records of British singers from the 1960s. So this is very precise, isn't it? And then I move on to talk about entire process of collecting records. Most shops don't have such old records, so you go everywhere, you search everywhere. So this entire description of collecting things, it's something that test examiners would love to hear. Alright, now let's look next at pronunciation. They do have the right to collect whatever they are collecting, as long as they have money, As long as they have money, Did you notice that I said this last part of the sentence pretty fast with a little bit of rising intonation at the end when I said, I mean? Native speakers often use this speech technique when they add something that is obvious or something that everyone should know. So for example, you can do anything you want, as long as you don't break the rule, So I said the last part of the sentence quite fast with a little bit of rising intonation at the end because I know that nobody will break the rule. I don't think I have to say it, but I say it anyway. So let's do it one more time. You can do anything you want, as long as you don't break the rule, Alright, let's go resource. And search high and low. Search high and low. Do you know what this means? Search high and low. To search high and low means to search everywhere in a room. Search high and low. Okay, finally, grammar. It's not that private collectors will keep their collection forever. It's not that. This is how you can start a sentence when you deny something. And this is a good sentence to use in a speaking test because it has a conjunction. In other words, this is a complex structure. And speaking test examiners have to hear at least one complex structure in order to give a test taker a high score. So let's become able to use this sentence. It's not that we are finished. This is just the beginning. Okay, I hope you found this video useful. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and most importantly, let me wish you good luck on your test.